Hey, you guys, it's me, Joel Hodson. I'm the creator of Mystery Science Theater, and I'm here with Felicia Day, who's King of Forrester, Jonah Ray, who's Jonah Heston from the new Mystery Science Theater 3000. It's been an amazing year. Thank you so much. Thank you, backers, for bringing us back for all new season on Netflix, and we hope you check it out if you haven't seen it. But anyway, we're here to just talk about, be together during Thanksgiving and talk about the year that's gone by. I was just thinking, oh yeah, we were talking about the event, the premiere event we did here. We did premiere events in New York, Chicago, and LA prior to the show coming out on Netflix for the backers. And we all got to be at the ArcLight, and the interesting thing is...
Well, we had the Los Angeles premiere of Mystery Science Theater 3000 at my former place of employment, the ArcLight Cinema's historic Cinerama Dome, which I used to, introduce movies there, and I used to make the popcorn, and I got burned real bad from the popcorn maker.
How was that?
The thing that pops the popcorn, the kettle, it gets real hot, and when you're trying to quickly serve popcorn to, say, a bunch of people there to see the new Star Wars.
So you have a Star Wars wound. Where's the wound?
Where is it?
I mean, it burned.
It was right here. It actually just went away a couple years ago.
Really?
It lasted a long time.
No.
Yeah, and every time I saw it too, I went, no.
Was it one of the Lucas, one of the Lucas ones?
It was episode 3.
Episode 3. Got you. Okay, no comment.
Yeah.
The wound is healed.
Did you have that kind of thing where you would actually, they'd throw to you and say, hey, can you say a few words about the movie? Did you ever have to do a preamble? That ArcLight's like a classy place, and they'll have the guys get up and talk. Did that ever happen?
Yeah, I would have to do that. I would, go up and say, hey, thanks for coming to the ArcLight. You're here to see, you're here to see Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and then, you just had to basically tell them what they were about to see. I don't know. Anyone could really just look at the ticket and know what they're doing.
Well, whenever I've gone, it's been like a guy who wants to do stand-up comedy, but it's just like, please stop.
Yes, it's like if you ever see anyone doing more than saying what the movie is and if there's anything wrong with the picture, just tell somebody that they're doing their own thing.
Okay, good. Because I was wow, this is crazy. This guy will not stop talking.
Yeah, so I found out the bare minimum of what to say, and I say that. If that, and then I go and take a nap while, the Amityville Horror remake with Ryan Reynolds is playing.
They'll also do, dig in if it's a classic movie, if it happens to be, you're about to see Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window. An interesting note on that, and that's when I stand up and go, we need more popcorn! Let's go!
Go burn yourself!
Einstein, come on!
No, I refuse to do anything. The only time I did more is when Star Wars was there, and there was... all the people that came to see Star Wars on opening weekend were very mean and very angry, and so I spoiled the movie for them while introducing it.
What, you did?
Yeah.
Did they get mad at you or madder? Or?
It was a vague spoiler that no one really, but I also would get it wrong. I said, hey, you're about to see Episode 3 Star Wars. This is how you find out how Picard becomes Darth Vader.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not a real spoiler.
We can't do these segments this long because we'll never get through the entire Thanksgiving if we are making this much material.
You know what? We're just having so much fun because we're actual friends, and we're not we're in the same room. I'm not a hologram.
Anyway, so this next movie is The Day the Earth Froze. It's one of my episodes. I just watched it. Really made me laugh. There's a really funny short called A Day at the Circus. I really hope you enjoy it. And have a happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Happy Turkey Day. What was that? What was that noise?
It was a turkey.
That was a turkey?
I think she has completely different Thanksgivings than the rest of us.
Yeah, what do your turkeys look like?
They're very wide.
That's that factory farming for you.
I know, they're not antibiotic free. I'm sorry. I want all of them. Blah, 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 blah.
Hey everyone, Jonah Ray here with Joel Hodson and Felicia Day. Hope you're having a good Turkey Day marathon. You just watched The Day the Earth Froze, which was a classic Joel era episode. And one of my favorites.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Thanks. Yeah, I love those Eastern European fairy tales. They're great.
Yeah.
Turned out really good, yeah.
That's a weird. I like that. It's like this guy. What's his thing? I'm into Eastern European fairy tales. If someone on the street says that to you, walk away.
Folklore artists
Get
are
away.
dangerous.
Yeah. Coming up, we're going to show you our riff on Stranger Things, where it's the part of the from the first season that introduces the Hooper character. And
It's really cool that Netflix allowed you to do that. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, and
I was surprised.
speaking
I
of
was
which,
like,
we
this is
don't know if they're going to let us run that clip. So if nothing else, you'll see a still of us riffing on Stranger Things.
But it
But
has
still online, so maybe still check it out.
Oh, that's right. That's
It's
the way to
very
do
fun.
it. You
Yeah.
roll your own, man. We don't have to edit it in. You
guys
can
have-
just use
can
your
tab,
computer.
Alt tab. Come on, just
Yeah,
do it.
I remember when they asked us to do the Stranger Things riff, my response was, no, it's too good.
Yeah, it's true.
Like I don't want to make fun of one of my favorite shows.
It was also really a crazy production schedule because we were just getting ready to launch the show. It was like the show was going to come out in a week, and all of a sudden they said, Netflix wants you to riff on this, and we said, okay, that's awesome, we'll do it. But we really didn't have time, and we wrote it really fast, recorded it really fast. But we really were happy how it turned out.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. And David Harbour was also a very good sport.
Oh my
about,
God,
you
yeah,
know,
he tweeted about it and said. We body shamed him, but it was a highlight.
I hung out with some of those kids at a convention. All of them are amazing. I was like, wow,
I believe it.
You're polite, smart children as well as the best show.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they
now
know-
watch
and
the
they-
adult man scene from that show.
Oh man, we got movie signs!
Sometimes truth is stranger than things.
I think this is the prequel to Strangest Things.
Didn't they make those Tim Conway golf videos?
That's Dufay, they're French.
Yeah. Oh, chapter 1, it's a book. No.
It's not that I can't read, I just prefer not to.
Right.
Oh, these titles are like reverse Star Wars, Doc.
And into the grayish, brownish world of the early 80s.
At auction, 25 to 75 cents.
I'm sorry, little Timmy is clearly disturbed. Look how big the sun is. Everyone would melt. What an idiot.
This is Action Copter 9. We're doing a flyover of Grandpa's last meal. It's pretty sad.
Oh, lucky, he's got one of those fat screen TVs. Must be nice.
I can't tell if the set decorator didn't show up for work or is a genius.
Is that a mashed potato sculpture on the couch or oh.
You know those fold out, right?
Edward Hopper's hauntingly beautiful couch slob.
What is that? Did my watch just bark?
Whoa, where's his nipple?
Oh, there they are again.
You know, the Duffer mothers must be so proud.
Wow, even the birdhouse is a duplex. Nice.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Dude, Zippo those jeans first.
The best part of waking up is letting my gut hang down. This is my yoga.
Gotta wash all that fresh air off.
Can't get unclean.
Scrap, scrap, scrap. Not the right sound.
Oh, I could have been a clown.
They should have called it sadder things.
Damn right, I'm the fairest of them all.
I've never been so happy to see someone finish getting dressed.
Yeah.
Whoosh. Kakush. Choo. Skunk. Skoink. Queef. Ka-ching.
Bang!
Bang.
Bang!
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, God!
You know, I could totally binge watch this guy.
We're going to share some memories from season 11 as we go along during these. And I had the first one because when they were like, do you have a memory? I'm like, yes, the stench of onion. One of the segments, when the Inventions Exchange that Patton and I sent was a salsa sombrero. And there was like a holster where he had guacamole. And it was the messiest thing and it was just a physical sombrero. It wasn't like one of those ceramic sombreros. Hey, that's a whimsical party thing. No, this was a real sombrero. We just dumped some salsa in it.
And we had real salsa.
Yeah.
Like I think you're supposed to true stagecraft. You make it out of
fake.
K-Rose corn syrup or something. But
Exactly.
it was filled with real
Yeah.
salsa.
And it wasn't meant to hold salsa, therefore salsa was everywhere. And we filmed in the same spot all day, and all I could smell was just salsa all day. It was gross.
Sounds like a dream to me.
And now
I love
enjoy
salsa.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
After that, I hope you're eating a
Yeah.
Tex-Mex turkey.
Pardon me, senorita.
Hey, Max!
Oh, the Salsa. Sorry.
We have a walk-on here at the studio. Paul Saborn, let's bring him out.
Oh, is that what?
Is that what this is for?
Hey, man.
Hey, how's it going? I brought a gift that I'm going to obscure the brand because I'm not sure if we paid for it.
Lovely.
Wow.
That open
Happy expensive brand wine.
Wow.
Thank you for having me to your lovely set.
Of course, man, and of course, Paul's from the fantastic musical duo Paul and Storm, and they wrote a lot of our great songs for this season 11 of Mystery Science Theater. Of course, every monster has a country. So, you know, I mean, Jonah, you got to kind of tell us about your experience with that, right?
Well, so I knew there was going to be a lot of songs, and actually, when Joel was still courting me to be the new
it's still
test
going
subject.
on.
Did he have to send you
Yeah,
the
he's still trying. But that's what makes a good relationship. Is always yearning.
It's
for
always
a better,
alive.
a more
Fresh.
perfect.
Joel
union.
was pitching some woo.
Yeah. But he
Ick.
you asked if I could sing, and I said as well as you ever could.
Oh!
He just laughed at me like, you're asking me if I can sing?
But you never mentioned anything about rapping. And so when there was the Every Country song didn't start off really as technical of a rap.
No, it was always going to be a rap.
No,
You
really.
didn't
It's always
tell
going to
you
be a
that.
rap.
I didn't know
Yeah.
Joel,
But I just said it. Yeah, go ahead,
I
man.
mean, he called us and he said, "Yeah, I think." Excuse me, let me get in Joel mode.
Oh,
Yeah, man, I think for like the first.
Too much energy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I was thinking like first sketch out in the first movie, I want him to do a rap about monsters. It'll be great.
Yeah.
And we sort of sat back and
He started the first draft. My name is
Okay.
Jonah, and I'm here to say.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to sing about monsters in a major
Major way.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a draft that did have major way. In
I
there.
would have. I would have.
But yeah, we certainly rap is not in the Paul and Storm wheelhouse. But we had at that point been fans of Hamilton, like the rest of America, for a good 9-10 months, and we figured if we're going to do this, let's really do it. And we just poured all of that Hamilton love into 3.5 minutes of song.
Yeah, and I was
And
sent.
it came back, right? Like
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
That's right. Yeah, he did. He
You liked it.
tweeted that he liked
Yeah,
it.
exactly. He
Yeah.
tweeted he's a fan.
Yeah, Questlove likes the
man.
likes the rap. I was trying to get Killer Mike from Run the Jewels to do a cover of it. He said, "Yeah, man," and then he just said, "Do you want a shirt?" So I think that's as much as I'll get from Killer Mike.
That's the new Call My People is you want a shirt.
You want a shirt? Yeah.
Jonah, I'm confused.
Yeah, what's your deal? Why don't you shave?
Yeah, that too. But I thought giant monsters came from Japan, not Denmark.
Well, Asia clearly has the most monster credibility, but there's a beautifully diverse array of global monsters all over the planet.
Explain.
Preferably through rap.
Oh, all right, if you insist. Reptilicus is silly, but he really illustrates the great array of monsters all over the place. Not just in Japan, but across the planet. An A to Z gamut or gargantuan panoply.
Example, please.
Well, name a land.
Belize.
Oh, geez, easy peasy. Mesa, maze. See, in the Yucatan, you can meet El Cadejo, and Belize, they believe in him. They're not afraid to say so.
Scotland.
Nessie's living up in a lot.
How about Poland?
Scary crow named Babac.
So it's not just Godzilla?
Well, duh, Crow. There's a lot that could kill you.
Hey.
Tom.
Sorry, Crow.
Okay.
Rose.
Joe.
Yo, Jonah, how's the chorus go?
Every country has a monster they're afraid of in their nation.
Every monster
has a country.
yeah, station they call their home.
Guter, Gleben, Glauten, Kroben.
What turned the musteer's guts to spaghetti?
Was it in Tibet?
Yep.
I bet he met a Yeti.
Australia?
Their drop bears will impale ya.
Then they'll sell you hella touristy paraphernalia.
Chupacabras chewing up cattle down in Mexico. Del Geets, horns goring, battling in Navajo. Congo's Congomato is a Mongo flying dino. I know I don't want to die, but when I do, he'll be the guy.
Whoa! So, Crow,
Servo?
ready to go?
Start slow.
Kroperman is a monster from Luxembourg.
Who's actually the size of Luxembourg?
He crushed the whole country of Luxembourg.
Because he is the size of Luxembourg! Egypt's got mummies like Tutankhamun.
Leprechaun on Milan and Boston Common.
Bot's got the hang of it. The song's really kicking.
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken!
By that I mean Zhufang and Peng, giant Chinese birds, and one of them turns into a fish. Anyway, Canoes, Killer Shrews, and the Loop Guru, Baba Yaga, Jorogumu, and the Impundulu. Now you guys realize the surprising size of all the worldwide Daikaiju.
Every country has a monster they're afraid of in their nation. Every monster has a country.
That's Canada.
Yeah, a station they call their home.
South of Bound, the Swiss.
Every country has a monster they're afraid of in their nation.
Route 13.
Every monster has a country. Yeah, we've got movie sign.
But thank you so much, man. The music's so wonderful in this show.
Yeah,
And,
it was fun. It was tough to do. It was a lot of work.
I remember we sent him the first draft, and
was very upset.
his text back was something along the lines of, "I hate you so much."
Oh no.
And now I can't get it out of my.
You brought it, like, you came to the set that day, and you had that thing cold. I gotta give you, is it props? Is that what they say?
Well,
Props,
and
yeah.
speaking of props, he also handled 35 props along the way while he was rapping. So
No, it was when I saw it, I was like, whoa! I was genuinely, as a performer, impressed because I know
Oh.
whenever you introduce a prop, you just forget everything, or at least I do.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, he
And
did
then,
all that.
and all in one take. Like, that was what truly impressed me. I thought you might build in some safety spots to cut, but it was
I
not
thought
that
so.
many takes.
No, we did about
get
4 or 5 to get it done. And one, I remember we did one take, and it's like it was the first one that I got all the way through. And then when the camera was pushing in for movie sign, it hit a bump and like went to the side. And I was and they're like, we got to do it again. There was a camera malfunction. I was like, no, there must be a way to save it. We have computers. But it was
well,
it was a lot of
obviously,
fun.
the whole idea was to try to get it so the backers and the fans of the original show could sign off on Jonah and our cast right off the bat, so they wouldn't have to wait. Like, when are they gonna hit their stride? And you guys totally nailed it. So thank you, and
Of course. 'Cause
Storm
Rick
wherever
is
you are.
silly.
He is.
And we also got to thank Bobby Lopez, who wrote a couple of our songs
Yeah.
too. Who's
Oh my
no
gosh!
slouch in
Yeah,
the
my
world
duet
of
with
music.
Neil, amazing.
Yeah, all of these songs are on these.
They're on our
all these
CD.
songs are
He said
available
snapping for
now.
We'll talk about that in another segment. Hey everybody, it's me, Joel Hodson, the creator of Mystery Science Theater, and we got Felicia Day, who plays Kinga. We have Paul Saborn, one of our composers for a lot of the great songs from Mystery Science Theater, and of course Jonah Ray, who's Jonah Heston on Mystery Science Theater. And since Paul was so nice to come by, would you have any memory from working on the show?
Oh, there were several that stood out. I remember the first day I ended up coming to the writer's room, and you were in there, and I had to text my wife on a break because I at a certain point we're sitting on couches and we're just riffing on a movie, and I look to my left and Joel's over there, and I think, I swear I had a dream like this.
Oh wow!
It was like, it was a literal dream job. I remember when I first saw my first episode, Catalina Caper, back in '93 or whenever it was. I turned to my wife and I said, "That's what I want to do for a living, is write for something like this." And
That's
lo
awesome.
and behold, I put it out into the world like The Secret, I guess.
Yeah.
And here I am on the couch now.
Yeah,
You're riding the couch.
Yeah.
Felicia and I have talked about this too, where it is a little surreal, where it's like, this is literally, it's not even like a version. It's not a version of the thing we wanted when we were younger. It is the thing we wanted, and that makes me think I should have wished for something more important like world peace.
Yeah.
When we were on set, I would hear Joel's voice behind me, and I would get freaked out because I'm like, he's here.
And I'm still here.
You're always sneaking up on
I
people. What's the
am. I
deal
love
with that?
creeping people out with my weird voice. So listen, I wanted to billboard also that, where's the CD? We released Mystery Science Theater, The Return, digitally, and I'm really happy to report it was in the top 10 on Amazon for albums. And then it stayed on for almost a month on soundtracks in the top 100. And now it's in its rightful place, like number 600, where it
Yeah,
belongs.
exactly,
But
exactly.
Now, Joe, you're
anyway.
trying to tell me this is a compact disc?
Yeah, why, sure,
Now,
my
do I
friend.
put this in my iPhone?
It resides in the front of your car. You slide it into a slot.
What?
Yeah.
Is it on the screen?
If your car is over 10 years old, that is, Also, I'm happy to announce it's coming out on vinyl. You know,
Wow.
So
Jonah's
now that I know, as a millennial.
Jonah's a record store dude from way back. He knows what vinyl is.
We'll be doing a signing of that at another former place of my employment, Amoeba Records, which I got fired from for giving out discounts to my friends.
This whole show is just a tour of your failures, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I couldn't be happier.
Roll up for Jonah's failure. Roll up. So anyway, you guys, what's the movie though that we're throwing to? And it's Turkey Day, of course. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I hope you're eating all the tofurkey or turkey you can get your hands on.
Lots of cranberry for the urinary tract.
Yes.
Hats off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and what's
Hooray.
the movie though? I keep. Oh yeah.
it's Overdrawn at the Memory Bank.
Woo,
Yeah,
this
I'm
is a
gonna-
bad one.
Gonna
I mean,
need this drink.
Yeah, Raul Julia, classic.
It's
well,
it's not classic.
I'll say it's a better performance than he gives in Street Fighter, the movie.
Faint praise, my friend.
This movie also bothered me because there is a character named Felicia in it that he aggressively hits on to the point of sexual harassment. Is one of his colleagues, and whenever
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, so he was like Felicia, and I'm like, oh, I feel gross. He's talking to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's this movie has got that great before people really understood what the internet was and how digital life would be, and it really does look like a video they would show you in like 1993 in an elementary school, saying like, this is how computers are going to work in the future.
Yeah, it definitely has that sort of Minority Report, but not at all.
But bad.
Yes.
Yeah, very bad.
They got it all
Like
wrong.
Pong meets Minority Report.
Hey everybody, happy Turkey Day or whatever it is you're celebrating. We hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm with Felicia Day. Jonah's off making something in the kitchen. I wanted to talk to Felicia while I had a chance, and one of my favorite memories from making season 11 that's on Netflix was with you, and I was I have to say, I knew you'd be great at Kinga, but I didn't know how great you'd be at Kinga because when Patton came on, Patton is like, he's got serious chops.
Oh, I was so intimidated to work
He
with
was
Patton.
Remy the
I really
Rat
was.
Man in Ratatouille. I mean, what was that like for you? Because I was shocked because you really met him and in some ways dominated him on camera because as a character.
Yes, well, I was great
You know,
too.
you worked
No.
with him, you were equals, but tell me about how you did that. I'd love to know.
I was really intimidated when he said that Patton was going to be my sidekick because I was like, shouldn't I be his sidekick? But I think that actually made the dynamic really funny because I think the dynamic between Kinga and him is that she shouldn't be in charge of him. Like, he does have more gravitas, he is more qualified, but she has the power, and that kind of ineptitude makes it a little bit more lovable, the relationship. Yeah, when I walked on set, I was like, oh my gosh, Patton Oswalt is gonna be here. I've seen him at 2 parties and I never talked to him. But the second we started doing the script, it was like, boom, we just really had a really good chemistry. It was really fun, and honestly, it didn't feel like work, because it was just so much fun to work with him and riff and everything with him. So thank you for giving me that opportunity.
Oh man, I mean, fortunately for me, I didn't spend too much time thinking about it until the second I saw you guys both walk out and I go, what's gonna happen? And you just did a great job, so
good.
thank you.
Yay, thank you.
Anyway, boy, I wonder how Jonah's doing in the
Yeah, where's
kitchen.
my food?
Hey guys, I made us some Thanksgiving food.
Oh, what are you, a hunchback
what?
now?
It's
You're the Thanksgiving hunchback?
Well, it's yay!
come over? I was afraid of dropping it.
Oh, good, it's hot.
real
It's
fresh.
still hot.
Oh, it's
Delicious.
So what this is, and if we can get this on the screen, this is a bowl, and then inside of it, I poured Chex Mix in.
Great. So good.
and you're able to do that with this amazing outfit you have on.
Well, I didn't want to get dirty. There's a lot of powder that can come from pouring a bag of Chex Mix into a bowl. You're going to want to cover up, and maybe I had a face mask on too.
Oh, you
So
don't want to inhale the cheese.
You don't want
Yeah.
it because it's gonna sully your appetite. Part of the fun of Chex Mix, I've always thought, is that you get to choose your flavor combo. You could do a Chex and the brown thing, I call the medallions.
Those are pepperonis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then or you could do it the cheesy crisp.
You can eat this This little pretzel off a finger.
You can even combine the square pretzel with the round pretzel. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
I
And
like that you put Captain Crunch in there too.
yeah, that was a
That's really
mistake.
good.
I was eating some Captain Crunch out of the box and with my hand, and then some of that got in there. But I think it's all about happy accidents when it comes to cooking.
Speaking of happy accidents, your movie is The Girl in Lover's Lane, which has one of my favorite invention exchanges, and it just really made me laugh. Especially watch what TV's Frank and Forrester are doing. It's really hilarious. So, again, The Girl in Lover's Lane.
Happy Turkey Day!
Hey everybody, welcome back to our Turkey Day Marathon. Joel Hodson right here. Felicia Day is me, Jonah Ray. And we are just living the dream, living some memories. I don't have any memories of the tour, but I hear that the tour was the biggest hit. You guys want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, we went on a 6-week tour, the Watch Out for Snakes tour, which was just a dream. It was a really, really fun blast. And Joel, you were saying that it was the best summer of your life.
It's possible, but I didn't have that many good summers when you think about it.
I heard you guys traveled on a bus.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
we
How was that bus
lived in a
living?
bus.
Yeah, I'm a tall person.
Yeah, you barely fit in
Yeah.
the bunk.
Yeah, and then I also I didn't fit in the bunk. I couldn't really sleep on a moving vehicle, turns out. And then I also got food poisoning.
Oh, man.
What was it?
But you ate oysters in a month that didn't end in R, right?
Yeah, me and
they were
Hampton
out,
Yount
and it
went
was
to the Fisherman's Wharf, where you think it would be the freshest
That would be.
of all the oysters.
Yeah.
And then that night was the drive to Portland from San Francisco, which is about 10 hours or 12 hours on that bus. And it
Was there a bathroom on the bus though?
Yeah, but there's certain numbered things you can't do in the bathroom on the bus.
And the number is 2.
Yes.
You can't do number 2 on the bus.
What do you do? We have to pull
They
over?
haven't come up with a toilet on a bus that can process poop.
No, but for real, you cannot poop on the bus.
You're
so then
not
you have
supposed
to.
to.
Pull
It's
over?
frowned upon.
It's
Let's just
frowned
say
upon.
they frown.
The brown is frowned upon.
You brown on the frown.
Yeah, it was what was awesome. It was just this travel and road show. It was a bunch of us, and we'd roll into a city. We'd get to kind of walk around and experience the city, a little bit of the food, and then we'd get to meet a lot of fans, which was awesome. Just to get to see a ton of Misties dressing up, and
amazing.
And it was almost we were getting pretty tired because sometimes we'd be doing 2 shows a night, a few nights in a row. And every time I remember, we would feel that we were almost fatigued from doing the tour. We'd do the meet and greet or we'd see the audience, and it just felt like it was the first night.
Yeah, so we did 26 cities and a total of 36 shows. It was really great. We loved it. We were hoping we'll do it again next year.
I love those snakes. We got to do, Patton and I did a bunch of the videos because we couldn't travel. But I love shooting that snake gun. Did you get to do that every night?
Yeah.
I got to shoot, yeah.
Those are sweet. Those are some sweet business.
Those were a lot of fun.
And we had giant snake guns that had 10-foot snakes in them too. So
Yeah.
snake bazookas. Anyway, what was the other thing we're supposed to talk about though? Is there something else? Am I missing something?
talking about
We
the
got the
movie.
live tour. We
Yeah.
got did we get the memory out of the way?
Oh, the memory. Oh, yeah.
right.
Your memory. You're up. You're up.
So my favorite memory, which is hard to pick, but one of my favorite memories from season 11 is in the season finale, which is the last episode, episode number 14.
It's a huge episode.
It's a huge episode. It's a great movie. It's The Christmas That Almost Wasn't. And
Oh no, it's not. It's a Doug McClure one.
No, the second.
Oh, shoot, you're right,
Second
you're
to
right.
last.
So, yes.
Yeah.
The second to last is
At
the
the Earth's
Santa
core?
one.
yeah, it's
At the Earth's
it's Journey to the Center of the Earth. Or
No.
It's
At
at the Earth's
At
core,
Earth's
because I
core.
wrote on that
Core,
one.
yeah,
I wrote
yeah,
on that one.
that's
It
right.
was wretched.
So it's
I mean, in a
at
good way.
Earth's core. Sorry, and it was there's a huge scene in it where pretty much every character shows up, and the way you shoot the show, it's like
You can tell them what it is, man.
it's a wedding.
It's a wedding, man. It's like a telenovela wedding.
Yeah.
Very
with lots
funny.
of drama.
Yeah.
It's probably the most well-produced things we
It
made.
really was. It took like half of the shooting that I was in was that wedding.
Yeah, it was a huge,
Yeah.
giant set piece with all, Mary Jo Pehl came back,
Yeah.
Bill Corbett
Bill
came
Corbett.
back, Kevin Murphy came back. They're all in this
The
thing.
band was there,
the
Harmar
band-
Superstar in the band.
Harmar
Yep.
Superstars there. Everybody, and we had like
Yeah.
50
Yeah.
observers
Yeah.
that were there as the wedding party.
Yeah, exactly. And it's even though Felicia, Kinga and I interact every episode, we rarely
The
get
first
to.
time we were on camera together,
Yeah.
and it was like very clear that I'm short and you're tall.
There
Very
was-
clear.
Yeah, but that's clear with anyone I stand next to.
Yeah.
Stop that wedding! What? Grandma! Bobo, brain guy!
Hello!
You made it!
Oh, I thought this was the if there is any reason they should not be joined part. I don't have a reason, but I figured I'd come up with something.
You know, you got some nerve showing up at the last minute. This is my day, mine! And I will not let you ruin it.
Kinga Clayton Forrester, you cruel bridezilla. You destroy anyone to get what you want. And I've never been prouder.
Let's do this. Do you, Kinga, take this man as your ratings stunt?
I do.
But that was such a great day because it was everybody on set and just seeing like the old guard and the new and everyone. It was awesome.